We just got back from Ireland and it was absolutely epic. Probably the best trip I have ever taken, and I'm serious. It was fantastic, it was great, it was epic, it was nice, it was cool. I felt like a Goonie. I felt like a real Goonie with a backpack on a road trip.
I'm grabbing my seatbelt.
We started off in Dublin, took a 2-hour bus ride into Galway. We spent the first couple of days in Galway hanging out with Nelson and his friends. After Galway, we packed up our bags. We got Nelson in the car with us. We got on the road and we were off to the cliffs. It was raining and we thought we weren't gonna make it. We drove, I think, an hour and a half from Galway down to the cliffs of Moher, where we made our first stop along the coast. Galway, Dublin are very nice cities, beautiful, lots of history, lots of culture. But to be honest with you, my favorite part of this whole thing was, without a doubt, the Atlantic coast. The cliffs of Moher were absolutely fantastic. Seeing it on film doesn't translate to real life, because they look big on film, but in real life they really are gigantic cliffs. I was able to kind of get out of the way, off the beaten path, and put my drone up in the air. I was really scared to get the drone up because it was so windy. And I've never heard that drone yell so loud. It was like screaming. The winds were so strong, so I didn't get to put the drone up for long because I thought I'm gonna lose this crazy expensive drone in the Atlantic Ocean. Some spots of the cliffs don't have the barrier. Like a week or so before we went out there, a person died trying to get a selfie. Noelle did get a little scared. Emotions are high. We were hiking, and she's pregnant, so she was tense and scared, and you gotta kind of reel Nelson in. Don't get too close to the cliffs. You just gotta see it for yourself. It's absolutely amazing. I mean, breathtaking. Wow. I'm still wondering how I got here. Our next stop on the Ring of Kerry, we actually drove down to a B&B, I think in this little town called Killarney. It was really charming. We stayed with this little lady, her name was Miss Mary. Very accommodating, really pretty house. She cooked us breakfast every morning. So me and Noelle had an authentic Irish breakfast. They have these little things called pudding. I had finished the plate and I'm like, that was so delicious, it was so good. What was in this? It has some grains, vegetables. It's mixed with pig's blood. Excuse me? Excuse me? Excuse me? Obviously, it was hard for Noelle to finish that breakfast after learning that. Nelson was looking at us like, I told you, only eat the eggs. Yeah, guess we should have listened. This B&B was great. The location was great, the host was great. We could like look out of our window and like on one side there's a field of donkeys and then on the other side there's like mountains. We took a road map that we got from the B&B and we just went around the coast. About it, and that's actually the driving experience here. Actually getting out here and driving on the roads. It definitely puts you in tune with the car with these small narrow roads, but it's also just amazing driving through these picturesque little towns and mountains. It's absolutely amazing. Driving through old country roads, mountainous terrain. I love it. Just don't get too close to the edge. Right now we're trying to figure out where the hell are we?
Where are we, Sir John?
We are somewhere.
In Winterfell.
Winterfell?
In Winterfell. We're in an unknown location outside of Killarney, Ireland. And we can't seem to get to our destination because we keep stopping.
My name is Niels France. Belgrade was my master. Just so let's enjoy this trip in Ireland.
So while we were exploring the coast, we accidentally ran into my favorite place on the trip, Killarney Beach. Killarney Beach is part of a national park system, I believe, and we just kind of accidentally ran into it. We were exploring this place called Lamb's Head, and out of nowhere we saw this lady like riding a horse on a beach. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, that's so freaking cool. Like, we gotta get over there. Killarney National Beach was a treasure because we had no clue we were going to run into this. I mean, we were doing something totally different, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh, what is that over there? I feel like Killarney National Beach was my favorite part of this trip because I think it really summed up what I thought this trip would be when I pictured it in my head. I thought of fun, I thought of nature, and just beauty, and Killarney Beach was all of that. Go.
You're gonna be right here? John, go.
Just go.
John, go somewhere else. Go behind the bushes. Jonathan.
But yeah, I guess this is the part where I tell you that it's not all about where you're going, but how you get there. And I feel like that's true. We had so much fun getting there. We had a great time. We made each other laugh. We had fun. And we learned a lot. I mean, we saw new, different, beautiful places. And the entire experience was beautiful. Yeah. So, on your way, don't forget to have fun on the journey. Yeah, don't forget. Have fun on the journey.